Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a place where the only thing you're going to hear is encouragement and support, confirmation of you living your most authentic self, life, purpose, passion, mission. That's all you're going to get from this channel. So if you're looking for something else, you're probably not in the right place. But if you're looking for that kind of encouragement, we ask for divine wisdom and guidance as we continue on our paths as a collective. Individually, we are all connected. So everything we are doing, what we are thinking, what we are saying, how we are feeling, what we are actions that we are taking, all of that doesn't just affect us in our personal space. It affects everybody, and not just in this timeline, but in all timelines, because everything is connected quantumly. So this is important work that we are doing, and I'm really proud of you for hanging in there and staying on task and continuing this work. We want to be looking at how we can be better at expressing our authentic selves from that place of love, from self-love, from self-acceptance. And our card for today, we've been going through the Oracle deck of Light and Dreams by Scot Howden. And today's card is the first card in the deck. It is the Kingfisher, card number 1. And kingfishers remind me a bit of hummingbirds. They're obviously bigger and don't have the wing thing that the hummingbirds have, but they're beautiful colors, and they are found across the planet in various types of species, different colorings and stuff, but they are all beautiful colors, and they represent transformation, resilience, prophetic knowledge, creation, and prosperity, as well as a whole bunch more stuff. So if you're not familiar with kingfishers, I highly recommend you go and do some research and find out about stuff about kingfishers on your own. That's how we get our best information, is by going out and seeking for that additional information. You get something from me, from this reading, you get other things from other people, from other directions, and then you take that information and you incorporate it into your own personal life, your own personal experience with your history that is personal to you, and you make it your own. So I am really just, I love this card. This woman who is, obviously she's going to be like a fairy person because she's got to be tiny, but she doesn't look very small, does she? I feel like this is one of our power cards. I haven't looked in the book to see what the actual reading is, so you and I will be exploring that together for the first time in a few minutes. But I do want to connect with the energy of the card itself, with this image, and find out what the messages are that are coming to us through these images, through this picture. We've got, she looks very much like she's like coming from behind a some type of power source. It's not the moon. I see a whole bunch of the growing spiral of circles. So a lot of eternal energy, a lot of infinite energy, a lot of energy. She's holding the scepter, and I feel this is a scepter, a wand of power, a staff of power. I, I, like I said, I'm getting a whole lot of power from this card. So let's take a look in the book and find out what the actual reading is. It's usually a pretty brief reading. There's a little quote at the end of the day, or at the end of the reading. So we'll be looking at all of that. So we have card number 1, Kingfisher, and it is develop resilience. Develop resilience. Our keywords are positivity, balance, stamina, and determination. And boy, didn't I see that in that card. Didn't I see that in her. Having journeyed far along the riverbank in their quest for new allies and resources, the striking Kingfisher perches momentarily upon a weathered branch. While her alert rider remains vigilant, they rest and recover their strength. Through their training and with determination and perseverance. They have developed the skills and knowledge needed to tackle the challenges of their environment. The bird and the rider have learned to endure the stresses and obstacles of a long day traveling, and despite their small size, have become a formidable pair. Developing resilience in our lives helps us to maintain balance and prevents us from being overwhelmed during difficult or stressful times. Building our resilience may involve developing our mental as well as physical stamina, focusing on what we can control instead of what we cannot, such as our reaction instead of the situation, and thinking about issues as challenges to be overcome in more positive, hopeful ways. And our quote is from Nelson Mandela, so we are going to take this quote to heart, folks. He said, "Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again." Wow. So yes, a power card, a power reading, a power message. We are not built from our successes. We're built from our failures. Because those are the real successes, where we fail and we don't give up, where we fall and we get back up. We don't stay down. It's easy when things aren't going well, when things are difficult, and things are going to be difficult. Life is a series of ebbs and flows. You're going to be up sometimes and down sometimes. And through it all, maintaining our sense of balance, maintaining our connection to our eternal souls, our eternal beings, those beings that are not affected by external reality. Your higher self is always available to you, always there. We lose that connection because we start focusing on the problem, what we see as the problem, the issue. It's easy to look at it with a negative frame of mind, and from that negative frame of mind, you're not going to come with a positive outcome. You're not going to come up with positive solutions. So as much as we know we need to process negative emotions, negative actions, reactions to external environment, we need to continue training ourselves to also recognize as soon as we are reacting and stop and say, okay, now I'm going to respond instead. I'm going to have a thoughtful response. I'm going to have a considered action that I'm going to take, and it's going to be based from a place of self-love, where we know where our boundaries are, and we're not afraid to tell people where those boundaries are, in love, from that place of love. When you tell somebody, I'm sorry, what you said to me was hurtful, and I don't mean to hurt you in the process, but I need to let you know that. When we have that ability to make those statements from that safe place where we know we're being true to ourselves, we're being honest. When you're coming from that place of self-love and self-acceptance, it doesn't matter how the message is received. You changed the pattern, you changed the path. Instead of reacting in a way that you didn't want to, you responded from a place of self-love. And this all just comes down to practice, practice, practice. The more that you do that, the better you're going to get at it. And our card today very clearly says exactly that. Developing resilience in our lives helps us to maintain balance and prevents us from being overwhelmed during difficult and stressful times. It gives us the ability to be resilient, to be flexible, to have that strength to be able to stretch and then go back to our original true comfort zone, what we know to be true for ourselves. External environment is constantly going to be changing, and being able to change with it adapt with it without changing who we are. It's like putting on a set of clothes. You can take off clothes for winter and put on clothes for summer. You can take off summer clothes and put on winter clothes. Makeup. It's all the same kind of thing. We can put on things and take them off. We can put on a reaction, a response to something that we know is going to be more appropriate to the situation. You're not going to go out in the middle of a blizzard in a tank top and shorts, plain and simple. You're not going to walk into a volatile relationship and a volatile environment and start coming from that place of anger. The only thing that you're going to do is make things worse. So coming from that place of love for yourself, you automatically can identify that person as also being worthy of love and acceptance. And that's where that strength comes in. When you are in that place, you don't have to win. You don't have to be right. You don't have to get your way all the time. Keep your boundaries clear. Do not allow anybody to start erasing them, moving them. Stand firm. As we see here with this woman right here, she is not taking she's not taking any crap from anybody, right? You don't have to do that, but you can do it from that strength of love. So that's the energy reading that I'm getting for today for you guys. I hope that that resonated with you and that it blesses you. If you're still with me and you haven't already liked or subscribed to the video and channel, I'm not getting any money from this video. I'm never going to have any money coming from this channel. It's not a monetized channel. But it does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find these videos and find the channel. So I love your comments as well. Please feel free to share anything if you're getting initial energy, initial thoughts and feelings from this image and the card itself, as well as the reading. And that's basically it. That's what I've got for you guys today. Have the most amazing, fantastic day. Take this energy and make it your own. I love you. Namaste and ciao for now.